I know that you know, but in case you don't know, this week only, there is a bundle available on the website. The link is below. That bundle is going to teach you how to play by ear, just like this video, but it goes much, much, much more in depth. It's about intervals, interval recognition, chord progressions. You're gonna be able to hear anything and right away say Dorian, Mixolydian, Phrygian dominant. It's all in the bundle, but it's available this week only. Check it out, the link is below. For now, let's get into today's video. The joys of playing in a major key. So happy, so fun, so confusing sometimes. Is it Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian? It's way easier than you think. Grab your guitar, I'll tell you all about it right after this. Hello, my name is David from the Wallaman Guitar Artistry. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world find their unique voice and develop that voice on the instrument to tell your own musical story. And a story means that you need words and you need alphabets and a few rules in order to be expressive and understood by most people. This is video 4 of a series of videos teaching you how to play by ear. Make sure you watch the other videos because we're going a little further here. Just a quick reminder, we're going to use some backing tracks here, and the charts of the backing tracks are available. If you have never signed up for one of these lessons, it's free by the way, well, do so, because not only will it give you free access to the downloads of this video, but many other videos on the channel. Just sign up once, it's free. Do it now. Let's get into this video. Okay, we're talking about classification. Classification that happens here in your ear. It's just like hearing your neighbor say, hey, do you have a loaf of bread? I always use food in my analogies. I don't know why. And you say yes, and you recognize what he says, right? It's the same exact thing. You're hearing this. Yep, that's what it is. And you know what it is. What is it? Well, the first layer of classification is to decide if you're dealing with a major or a minor element. We covered that in lesson 2 of the series, but a quick reminder, if you're hearing a major third, it's a major thing. If you're hearing a minor third, it's a minor thing. What are thirds? Well, that's in the first video. I told you, you need to watch these in order. Once you determined if the thing you're dealing with, the chord, the scale, the lick, is major or minor, you associate with that a pentatonic scale. So, in this case, we're hearing this. First chord, that's major. Major pentatonic. It took me a little while to find it, but major pentatonic. Okay, well that's not enough because as we studied in the previous lesson, which is all about minor modes, minor pentatonic scales, a pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale. We're missing 2. We're missing 2. Which ones are we missing the major pentatonic scale? Well, a major pentatonic is made of this. In this case, we're in key of C. That's what got me confused earlier when I was playing. I was still in A. We're in C. And a major pentatonic scale is made of a 1, a root. That's the note that attracts all the other notes. That's the magnet. A 2, major second. Major third, we knew that because we're dealing with a major chord. A 5th, and a major 6th. Therefore, we're missing a 4th and a 7th. Okay, well, that's great, but which ones are we going to use? We know that the 4th can be perfect, augmented, or diminished. If you don't know, again, that is covered in a previous video. The 7th can be major or minor. Which one? Well, once you can determine that, that'll tell you which mode to use. And there are many modes available that have a major pentatonic scale with some form of 4th and 7th. But typically, honestly, depending on the genre you're playing in, there's one that comes up all the time, especially if you're in the blues rock genre, and that's Mixolydian. That's major pentatonic with a 4th, perfect 4th, and a minor 7th. And then Ionian, that's the major scale. some other shape we covered in the previous, in the first video of the series. And then Lydian, which is a major scale with a sharp 4, augmented fourth. We need to hear those. For that, we're going to switch to a clean tone and we're going to play a little game. You know how this works, right? This is the most ridiculous angle. I just don't want you to see my guitar. I want you to listen to what's going on. Listen to this. Okay. Gives you a certain feeling, right? You can put words to it, maybe poppy, maybe fun, reliable, whatever it is, okay? It's a major thing, right? Because of the first chord. You know how to recognize that now, right? Because you watched the previous videos, but that's major. 1, 3, 5 instead of minor. If you had that, well, that's a whole different game. But we got this. It's kind of a major thing with another thing here, and that other thing has to do with the missing notes of the major pentatonic scale. The 4th and the 7th. All right. We're not going to get into what it is, but you just heard that, okay? What about this? What can you tell about this? Well, you can tell that it started with the same note, the same chord that we had here. Right? Yet a different feeling. Maybe it's more open, more dreamy, more majestic. Let's put words to those. Number 1 is Mixolydian. Number 2 is Lydian. Number 1. Just go with the feel. Number 2, Lydian. Okay. Does this, what I'm about to play, make you think of number 1, Mixolydian, or number 2, Lydian? Let's give it a try. Here's what I have. Number 1 or 2? Different key, different tempo. But is it more like this or this? I'll play it again. All right, your answer, Lydian, right? It sounded more like 2. Right? That was Lydian. What about this one? One or 2? Mixolydian, right? It sounded more like, as opposed to. Okay, well, you could recognize Mixolydian from Lydian now, hopefully, and just work on it a little bit more, but that's what we have. And typically, if you're into blues rock again, it's going to be Mixolydian. Now, what about the other commonly used one, the major scale? Well, that one is going to sound something like this. Very pretty, very nice, very classic-y sounding, right? Let's play a game. Again, you know how it works. Mixolydian, Lydian, or Ionian. We're mixing things up a little bit. What is this? Mixo, Lydian, Ionian. I'll play the other two in contracts. That's not what I played. I played. Or, you know what that is now, right? That screams Lydian. No, what I was playing was Ionian. Okay? Your job is to grab a track, any track, pop it in, the cassette player, which you probably don't have. Hit play and listen to it and decide, all right, major or minor? Major, okay, major pentatonic scale. Now, let's go a layer deeper. Ionian, Lydian, Mixolydian, just like we did here. If it's minor, well, chances are it's going to be Dorian, like we covered in the previous video, but maybe it's Aeolian or even Phrygian, but that's kind of rare. And just play with those. Now, to help you, again, below there's a link that'll take you to a sign-up page, free, completely free. Sign up, and I included a few backing tracks in those major keys in this time, in this example, and the charts also, or you see the pentatonic scale, major pentatonic with the additional notes. Get used to those sounds. It gets easier and easier. And for those of you who are interested in just hearing something and, oh, yep, third, fifth, that's sharp 4, Lydian, that's a C chord, right away, without being born with perfect ear, well, you should definitely check out the bundle that is going on this week only. It might be too late, I don't know when you're watching this video, but in this bundle, you're gonna get 2 huge courses. One is geared on intervals, melodies, themes, licks. The other one is on keys, chords, and chord progressions. They are both included in this bundle. This is a massive bundle, hours and hours of tuition. It's very simple to follow through. You just need to do it. Check it out right now. It's available this week only at a huge discount. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you tomorrow for the 5th and final videos of the series on playing by ear, playing your guitar by ear. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching this. Practice well.